Hey, what's up everybody? Mr. Hollywood here for another video. Today I want to talk about upgrading your joysticks, your controls on here. So let's say you want to upgrade your Space Invaders to one of these, or getting a Happ control on your Street Fighter. That's the best it's going to get right there. Or your Rampage to one of these. Or let's see, you had a Donkey Kong or Pac-Man, whatever the case may be, and you want to upgrade to what Arcade1up has, because I mean, let's face it, I mean, they don't come with the best controls, or let's say your joystick is done, you know, doesn't operate as it used to or should. A couple different ways you can update. Number one, you got do-it-yourself Retro Arcade website, which I'll have in the link description. And depending what joystick input you have, let's say you have your machine and you're keeping it stock on there. There could be two different connectors. It could go into a like a four-way connector, two four-ways, or a five-pin connector on there. You know, depending which generation cabs you have. The earlier ones came in with something like these 4 pins, where have left and right and up and down, and 2 ground wires. So it's four pins that go into the control board. You know, or let's say you have like a Galaga or thing, like I said, it would be like a 4-pin, just for left and right, and that's it. And then you know, you may have bought in a, let's say, like a Happ joystick that that connects, which is a single pin connect, like this, where it's the ground wire, the directional, and it goes into just a single. So obviously this is not going to fit into the Arcade1 board that has like the 4-pin, like this, you know. So I'm gonna describe what you could do. What are your options? Number one, if you didn't buy the joystick, like I said, you could do it yourself, and that's just a plug and play, so you don't have to do anything. But let's say you already bought the joystick, or let's say you wanna do something like a Happ joystick, you know, like this. This is what you're going to do, regardless whether you have the 5-pin or the 4-pin. Just check your board, see what it has. Like I said, the early ones are going to have 4, but I've noticed, like the newer cabs now, like I just bought the Space Invader, has this 5-pin connection on here. So regardless which one it is, you could do this to either one. So if you have the, let's say the 4-pin, okay, like this. Basically, what you're gonna do is you're not gonna use your 1-pin connectors on there. You're gonna take the, if you're leaving it as a stock machine, just upgrading the joystick, you're gonna use still the Arcade1up wires, and you're just gonna cut the ends where they connected, because they're soldered in on there. They're not, you know, one of these, but you're gonna have to make it into one of these. So basically, you just cut the wires, you know, and cut it like at the ends there, so you have room to work with. You know, the more wire you have, the better. And basically, or if let's say you screw up, you have, you know, room to work with on here. So you're gonna need these. And basically, what you're gonna do is, once you cut the wires, you're gonna need to just strip the wire a bit. You know, you could get one of these devices. This thing both strips the wire and it also grips the wire. You don't have to, it's optional on here, but I'll have a link in here if you want to buy one of these, you could. If not, whatever gets the job done. You know, basically what I'm talking about is stripping the wire like that, so you get this end part here, the connector wire that's inside, you know, this rubber piece. You know, because you need that to connect it, so it gets the connections going. And then basically you're going to make one of these. Okay, so you know, if you got to use a knife, I don't know, if you got to use your teeth, whatever gets it done, or buy one of those. You know, you basically just got to remove some of the rubber piece. You don't need that much. I did actually a bit too much on here. You don't need that much. And then you just need to buy one of these connectors. Okay, I'll have a link for these as well. And basically, you'll slide one of these things in here, and then you just gotta squish it, like, you know, grip it. So you could use that for this, or you could just use regular pliers. So what that does, so basically the wire doesn't slide off it, you know what I mean? So if let's say you have this plugged in and it doesn't detach, so you just gotta grip it on there, you know, that it's very, you know, this one's pretty good. It's not gonna slide off. And that's what you gotta do. So basically you could still use, like I said, you can still use those 1-pin joysticks that you have with the stock. This is what you gotta do. You gotta get one of these. You gotta strip the wire and then grip the wire on there. Okay. If you're gonna mod the cab on there, then you do use the wires. Like I said, because the USB connector has the single ports, and then you just connect it. You know, you remove the old wires here and you connect them here. That's all. If you have the 5-pin, like this one, okay, the 5-pin wires, you buy this converter, okay? This is the converter wire that connects this. So basically, this is the stock wire, okay? And it's gonna still stay in place, you know, in the, which is good. This is actually the easier way. You don't have to do anything on here, because sometimes these are so glued into that control pad, it's hard to even take them off. So this is gonna be in there. And basically, let me just detach this. It's this piece that you're gonna get. And this is gonna, instead of this going to your joystick part, you connect this, and then here's your direction with the ground. Okay, each color represents which side. I'm gonna post a picture up to show you guys where the orange, yellow, you know, green wires go, and then your black ones are the grounds to each one. And also, it's very important the way this connects to this. Okay, because if you have it, let's say, flipped around this way instead of this way, he's going to move differently. Like your player's going to go, if you press up, he might go down. Or let's say if you plug these in wrong, same thing. You know, controls might be inverted or not working. Okay, so basically on here, for this, let me just plug this back in. It connects right in, you know. Okay, that's how it goes. You know, the red, the orange wire right here, the red, is going to be on top where the black one is. Okay, so if your guy's going wrong, usually you might have messed up here and you might have this just inverted. Just plug it in right. And like I said, I'm going to put the picture here for these where they go. And just remember, when you have it flipped over, the up is down and the down is up, you know, and the left right is the same because you're flipped around. But I'll have the image there showing you where each of the colors go. You can also check my video on the Happ. I think I did on the Street Fighter, and this is exactly what I used. I still use the same joysticks now, but I don't use this anymore because I modded that machine where I'm just using the regular 1-pin wires. All right, so that's basically it. Like I said, whether you have the 4-pin or the newer machines that come with the 5-pin, you could still use or do have joysticks or joysticks that require, you know, the single pin. You just got to make that a slight modification. If you don't want to do that, but you do want to upgrade the sticks, like I said, do it yourself. Retro Arcade also has joysticks for that, and they give you the options to select whether you're using the 4 or the 5-pin on there. So I'll have all that links in the descriptions for both of those for anybody that's looking to update their joystick, whether on the stock board or whether you're doing it on the arcade, or you're doing let's say like a Raspberry Pi modification to the USB encoder. All right, I have some links in the description also for some joysticks, some good deals on there. And that's about it. Any questions, comments, leave those below, and I'll try to answer those